Now, from across the tri-states, this is KHQA Sports.
A little over a week ago, Greg Wathen was celebrating his son's wedding out west. On Monday afternoon, at the age of 57, the longtime, now retired John Wood baseball coach and current Hannibal Hoots assistant general manager died unexpectedly, bringing a far too soon close to a life of teaching and service that benefited his institution and his community far more resonantly than any baseball game result ever did.
Was fiercely passionate about the things that were important to him, and John Wood baseball was absolutely towards the top of that list. So he fought for the program, and he fought for the program for really the right reasons. He didn't necessarily fight for the program to necessarily find wins and losses. He fought for the program because he knew the program could make an impact on kids.
He knew baseball intricately better than anyone I know. I mean, it's just amazing the detail he knew. But he also loved kids and wanted to impact their life for the good. I think every bit as much as he wanted to teach them baseball or wanted to excel, you know, as a team. And
there's no doubt he coached kids hard. He held them to a standard that he fiercely believed in. We heard when he resigned in June about how the guys that got through those 2 years with him and sort of understood where that came from. He had a lasting impact, and I think all of us would hope that someday that people would say the same.
That standard didn't start or end when the game started. It started with your concession stand. It started with getting the field ready. I mean, it was a lifestyle.
And he was a concession stand king. I mean, we'll tell. I had a text this morning from a basketball coach that said it was the best popcorn in the league, and I always try to get him to give me a free bag, and he wouldn't do it. So, I mean, just like that kind of stuff is some of the things that from a public perspective you don't always necessarily see. But I mean, he was a part-time coach living a full-time job, and he was here as much as any of us were, and you got to make an intentional choice to do that.
I remember saying to him, Coach, I was pretty sure when I signed up to work with you that we would be serving as fathers to these guys a lot. I didn't realize how much we were going to also be their mothers. I wouldn't know how to list all the things that he did, you know, for them that I know not all coaches did. I mean, for instance, when we were on a trip, every night uniforms were washed, and they were washed with bleach and spot remover and, you know, whatever, to be sure that when they went back out the next day, you know, their uniforms looked good.
I think his fierce passion for his program and knowing what his program could help kids do really made him a unique and important monument in the history of our college.
Now, Greg's 25 years at John Wood, a tenure he ended this past summer, might not have been marked by titles and trophies, but if the esteem of the young men he coached means anything, the legacy we saw celebrated on social media today is one of a man of true impact in this world. Former player Justin Wagner writes, "The man taught me more than just the game of baseball. He taught me how to be a man." One of my favorite comments we saw today comes from Bradley Craigmile, a local who played at John Wood. "Few people make the world a better place day in and day out the way that Coach Wathen did. Terribly sad." One of the most successful players in John Wood history, Zach Burling, who went on Division I at Western Illinois. He was a great coach. We learned so much about life and the game of baseball in such a short period of time. The baseball world lost a great one. And of course, Quincy High School star, former Quincy High School star, Sean Gilbers. "You will never understand the impact you had on my life. The hitter you created, the fire you instilled in me, the gamer you called and made me, the way you held me accountable." He would go on to say, "From driving in that run from third with less than 2 outs to everyday living, I love you. Rest in peace, Coach." Obviously a incredibly resonant impact on the young man he coached. And again, our sympathies and condolences to the entire John Wood baseball community and to the community at large. Greg Wathen was a heck of a man. Coming up tonight at 10 o'clock, we'll continue Awards Week on Sports Final. I'll see you then.